Hey people, how you doing? Welcome to another episode of Yeah, I Said It. This time we're talking about romance, right? First of all, can we just acknowledge that you are not in a rom-com, all right? You're not in a romance comedy, a romance movie out there. This is real life that we're doing here, okay? So let's just fix a few things. And I'm going to be honest and say I think the girls are more guilty in this one than the guys are, all right? I know I beat guys up a lot in this stuff, but girls, take your own L as we work here, all right? Because we're not in a rom-com, all right? Stop holding him to those rom-com standards. Oh no, that he's gonna be like this, he's gonna be tall, he's gonna be handsome, you know, he's gonna be deep-pocketed and sweet and kind. I'm not saying you shouldn't be those things, but I'm saying that your list. First of all, match it against your own life. How many of those things do you measure up to? Okay, right? And then apart from that, don't put things on your list as deal breakers that are negotiable or that are teachable. Right? In other words, don't be putting things on there that if he's not well traveled, I'm not gonna marry him. Like, hello, can he not travel in the future? Can he not buy tickets and learn and become well traveled? Like, if he doesn't speak this way, I'm not gonna marry him. Like, can't he learn to speak that way? Those things that can be taught, don't make them deal breakers on your list. All right? You're not in a romance movie. Okay? Then another thing, can we stop this business of giving your toaster to your panel or committee of friends to analyze? You know how it is when in the romance movies, girl meets guy, she calls all her friends, they sit down like, tell us everything, tell us, leave out no details, and they start breaking it down, whether he's the one, he's not the one. Don't do that with your guys. Don't do that with every toaster. Your toaster is exactly that. He's a toaster. He doesn't need to be made public to the world, to your family members, to everybody in the world. Sit down. Tell me what you think about him now. Listen, all it takes is for 3 friends to do, and then that's it. You next time you see him, you're thinking, no. Listen, give that relationship a chance. Give the guy a chance to get over his nerves, a chance to get into the zone, the toasting zone. Sometimes it takes time, all right? Don't be that person who's just running him down because all your friends are saying, I don't really like the way he dresses. You know, he's so short, Abby. What I want for you is, I want better for you. I want better. Leave that business of I want better for you. Listen, do not submit your toaster to your panel of friends. You never know which one of them girls wants to take carnal knowledge of this guy in the future, or has taken carnal knowledge of him in the past, or is thinking that she's better suited to marry this guy. All right? One of my best friends in life, his dad met his mom when his friend took him to meet the mom and to introduce him as the woman he wants to marry. My friend's dad realized, you joke. I will pursue this woman. And guess what? He married her. So don't be submitting any guy to your panel of friends. Come and see, what do you think about this guy? What do you think? They will run the guy down, run him out of your life. Okay? Next thing. You see all these high standards. You see all these things we learn from movies that romance means flowers. Not to the African man. I'm not saying guys shouldn't buy flowers. I buy flowers. Okay? Ask my wife. I buy flowers. Okay? But I'm saying it may not be his concept yet about romance. All right, so don't be holding him to those standards. Oh, he didn't buy you flowers, so he's not romantic. Oh, he didn't open the door. That one, listen, it's going to take time. All right, he didn't open the door when you got to the movie. You were sitting there in the car, he came down, and you two were like, I'm not going to come down till he opens the door. You'll be there when they do pew pew. He will lock you inside. Yeah, because you know it may not be his way. Instead of sitting there and throwing a fit of, oh, you need to open my door. No, sister, get your leg out of that car. Find your hand to open it yourself. Come down and say to him, oh, I like it when a guy opens my door. Most guys want to please the girl who they're attracted to, the girl who they're trying to toast, all right? So he will probably learn to do the things that you want, okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm a gentleman. I like to do gentlemanly things. I pull out chairs. I open doors. I stand when the lady comes to the table. That one, just don't expect it from most Nigerian guys. Just leave that one. That's just me. I like to do those things because I like the concept of being a gentleman, all right? But he may not know these things, but you might be able to teach him to buy you flowers. You might be able to teach him to call you. You might be able to teach him, oh yeah, you see that one about calling? Let me address something. I don't know what movie it was that started this rubbish, but some movie made us believe that if a guy takes your number now and doesn't call you over the next 5 days, throw him to the curb because the guy's not serious. In Lagos of today, Nigeria of today, do you know what Buhari is? Do you know what I meant to say? The economy. Do you know what the economy is doing to us? Do you know what the economy is doing to us that we have to now concentrate on the babe we just met? Do we know if we like you yet? He hasn't even categorized you whether you're wife material or casual acts. He doesn't know yet. And they now, because he hasn't called you in 5 days, you just want to throw him out the window. Nah, get rid of all those unnecessary standards. Get rid of all that nonsense, okay? And last thing, okay, I might throw something else in, but for now, last thing, all right? You see that concept of happily ever after. Oh, wait, before I get to happily ever after, let me deal with this. Why you people quarrel? Sister, please don't slap him. You see that rubbish that happens in American films? Girl slaps boy, wah! And he'll be like, wah! He'll first take it, then he'll look back at her, then she'll slap him again, wah! Then he'll take it, then he'll now grab her before she slaps him again. They'll look at each other, then they'll now kiss. Oh, God. Listen, don't slap a Nigerian guy, oh. Don't slap an African guy. We are becoming more progressive. In other words, we are now equal opportunity employers. In other words, she that slappeth might herself be slapped. Don't do it, oh, don't do it. Yeah, before it changes to, he hurt me. I don't want to hear a story. We warned you. Don't slap any African man. We're still learning this thing. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Last thing, this concept of happily ever after, I really don't know where we got this thing from. I don't know. Where did we get that concept from that you meet a guy and you're just happy for the rest of your life? Who lied to us? It's rubbish. It's absolutely rubbish. Happily ever after? No, life is full of happiness and quarrels. Happiness and quarrels. Sometimes you meet somebody you love and you just get frustrated with them. You're going to find that guy who loves you, the guy you love. You're going to go out. You're going to go steady. You're going to get into a relationship. That's such an old term. Goodness, go steady. Anyways, you're going to be in a relationship with that person, and eventually you're going to get to that point where you hate that person in the moment. You hate that person. When you're upset with that person, you're like, what is this? Everybody gets to that point. Listen, if Jesus could look at God and say, why have you forsaken me? I don't know who you think the man is that's going to come into your life and just meet all your needs, and yet you never have any trouble after that. It's just going to be good. If John the Baptist, listen, John the Baptist, they sent him to this life. His full purpose, according to him, was to come into this life and tell people Jesus is coming. He saw Jesus and he was like, is that it? Are you the one, or do we need to look for another? In other words, you might see the guy that you like, and he might not measure up to all your funky standards. And you might just have to wait to see him become all that he's supposed to become, the Messiah in your life. You know, I'm trying to use the analogy. Ain't no man your Messiah. But I'm saying you might need to give him time to become all the things that you want him to become. All right? So give it time. And this nonsense of happily ever after, remember what I said. It doesn't exist. There's no marriage that where they said, I do. And then from there, it was just doing. No. There were days when she was like, I don't anymore. I don't want to. I'm done. Yeah, there were days when she was so frustrated with him when she gave up. There were days when he drove out of the house, not with any destination in mind, but he just wanted peace. He just wanted to breathe. Yeah, because they couldn't stand each other's guts. And that's going to happen to you too. It's not a curse. Stop saying I reject it. It's the truth. Somebody lied to us about happily ever after. It doesn't exist. Okay, so do the work with your relationship. Teach the person the things you like. Teach them to be the person that you like. Teach them to love you the way you like to be loved, all right? That's what romance is about. It's a word, it's a verb, it's a process, it's a job, all right? It's a great one, though. You'll enjoy it. Yeah, I said it.